Okay, we're back. I'm back. Um, this question's a little bit more, not really that bad of a question. I thought I'll do it. It's not too controversial, um, and it's a positive light, at least my opinion on the question. Um, I know on YouTube you got to be careful sometimes with some of the crap that you talk about. Um, let's jump right into the video, the email. Let's see here. To Justin Explains Everything. What are your asking me? What are your thoughts, your opinions on the LGBT community? Um, are you favorite? Do you have favoritism towards it? Do you support it? Do you care about it? Are you against it? Um, what's your stance on it? Your overall view and opinion of the LGBT community? Um, honestly, to be honest, like people have asked me this question before in real time, real life, and I'm 36 years old. I've never, ever, not once, been against it. I've never cared. To me, it's anytime you get into an orientation, what you like, a preference, what you're attracted to, what you're not attracted to, I stay out of that because who am I to say who you could be attracted to and how you should live your life? Um, so, to answer your question, my stance is pretty simple. As long as nobody's affecting me in any way or harming me or subjecting me to something that I don't want to do, I don't give a crap. I have full support of anyone that's a part of the LGBT community. Um, I've had many friends that were, I can't say I've ever had any lesbian friends or trans friends, but I've had some gay friends and bi friends, bisexual. Um, I never cared. It never mattered to me. Yeah. There's so many weird guys out there, especially men more so than women. I, they got this like I don't know if it's a phobia or what it is. Like they're afraid that a gay guy is gonna jump on top of him and like force him to do something. It's like no, it don't matter whether you're lesbian, gay, bi, or trans. You're the same as everybody else. You just have a different preference, a different taste than each and every group. Straight guys prefer women. Straight women prefer guys. Gay men prefer other men. It's really not that complicated. It's not rocket science. And I don't believe it's a choice either. You're born a certain way. Our brain is designed differently. Each and every one of us, we're built different. Um, Not everybody is into the opposite sex. Not everybody's into the same sex. So like everybody's different. It's kind of like a food preference. It's not the same concept as food, but it'd be like almost the same concept as saying to some guy, "Hey, I heard you don't like Taco Bell. Why don't you like Taco Bell?" And then you jump his shit over it, and it's like because he just doesn't like it. Um, Same thing, a little bit different, but I simplified it. I made it really simple. It's a preference, but yet it's kind of a preference to a degree, but yet it's a preference without um, a choice. It's a preference without a choice. Like me, for example, I'm not attracted to other guys, so you know I can't date another guy. I'm not attracted. So, but yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle. It's a way of living. It's a way of life. Um, I've never had anything against anybody in the LGBT community. I think everything that they stand for is great. I think it's great that they're now in the year 2022 able to actually step up, come forward and not be afraid to, talk about their orientation, their lifestyle. I know back, what was it, in the 70s, 60s, 70s, and 80s, even, it was kind of frowned upon, oh, if you're not straight, something's wrong with you. And then, sometime around, I don't know, I think around the late 90s, things started to finally change. Because I believe in 99, isn't that the first year when 1999, I think, was the first year when I believe it was the Pride Month in June started. Pride Month, I think. Yeah. So you're talking that was only 23 years ago, 99, when that happened. So yeah, sometime around the late 90s, early 2000s, things started to finally change. People started to be less afraid of coming out of the closet, so to speak. Um, and that's when things started to really kick into a different gear. Nowadays, things are so much different. I mean, it's 2022, and I remember growing up in the 90s. Well, I was born in 86. So more or less I grew up in the 90s because I can't even really remember the 80s. But growing up in the 90s, early to mid 90s, I remember it was still kind of one of those subjects that was kind of frowned upon, talking about LGBT, gay lifestyle, lesbians, and all of that. Um, it was kind of like looked at as like, it was definitely more taboo. That's the word. It was more taboo. Um, Nowadays, it's almost the opposite, like a role reversal, a flip. Nowadays, it's almost taboo if you don't talk about it. It's almost taboo if you frown on it. It actually is taboo if you frown. Um, yeah, what a difference basically a quarter of a century can make. Roughly a 25-year period. I can't even imagine what things are going to be like another 25 years from now in terms of what's accepted, what's not accepted. Um, just truly remarkable. I feel like we've come a long ways. Yeah, there's a lot of things we're not doing good at right now as a whole society. I feel like racism is still a problem. Um, Politics, I can't get over how we used to be able to talk politics. Now we can't even talk politics anymore. So we've taken a lot of steps backwards. But the one step that I think we have taken forward is the LGBT community has stepped forward. Um, but besides that, yeah, everything else sucks right now in terms of the economy, the world, you know, economics, money, war. We got wars going on, conflicts going on, and a lot of division going on. People's divided. Very divisive time we're living in. But back to the subject at hand, this stream is about the LGBT community. No, I'm actually happy for the LGBT community. Um, I totally happy, supportive. Um, I think that that community has come such a long ways from how things used to be. Like I said, 20, 25 years ago. Um, Now those same people that are a part of that community are no longer afraid to walk around and be proud of who they are, um, tell people what they believe in, what they support, uh, tell people their orientation. I think it's great. I think it's awesome. Uh, I think it's a giant step, giant leap for mankind. um, So I think that's going to do it for this stream here, guys. Yeah, I totally support the LGBT community, 100% support. Like I said, I've had some really good friends that were gay and bi. Um, and in fact, one of them that I was really close with took his life. It was heartbreaking. It was horrible. Um, he committed suicide. I don't really like to talk a lot about that. It was a sad time. This was about 12, 11 years ago. Um, so, yeah, that community always has had a special place in my heart in terms of what they've had to go through throughout the course of their life. Um, but we're going to end things more on a positive note here. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting my channel, subscribing, liking. I do this for free. It's fun content, relaxing to help also help educate people, maybe help give people a different perspective on life. And I'm starting to get back into the swing of things of doing more streams. I'm going to do more probably today on various different topics, subjects, depending on what I got in the email. I try to do as many requests as I can. So that's going to do it, guys. You guys have a great rest of your Thursday. Be safe, take care, have fun. It's getting close to the weekend. And like I said, I'll be back here shortly, probably either later today or if not soon. So that's going to do it. You guys take care and peace out.